Hey guys, Walt Wagner here with TAV. Right now we're going to do a kind of a product showcase. We've just finished up an install on a canopy camper from Dirtbox Overland, and it's on one of the new Tacoma, 2024 Tacomas. And this one's the short bed, so it's a 5-foot bed. But I wanted to try to get a little bit more of a detailed look at the construction of the canopy campers from Dirtbox, and just kind of go through a somewhat of a quick walk around front to back. We'll go around and then show you the inside here in just a second. But kind of starting from the front here, moving our way back, you can see how low this fits to the roof rack. Now this is a factory Toyota roof rack that can come off. It doesn't touch, and we flex this thing out, and it fits really close, but it's not hitting the roof rack. But you can see how low profile that is. If you look up here on how these things are constructed, all of the Dirtbox products are constructed with their own extrusion. So the extrusion is filled in with these caps right here, but you can run wiring down through here. You can mount lights, you can mount the awning brackets go on here. Everything is modular up and down the entire length of the front and the sides of the canopy campers. Kind of moving back just a little bit, working back down to the hatch itself. The doors on these are kind of special too. The way the door is constructed and where this break in the material is all the way down actually serves a purpose. They are designed to be load bearing, both outside and inside. So on the outside, you can see the L track here is designed to hold whatever you would really want to, max tracks or other recovery gear, a shovel or rotopacks or something like that. But once you open the hatch up, the gas struts are adjustable, infinitely adjustable here on the subframe that's on the inside of this hatch. But you can adjust the base of it as well to stop it either higher or lower in the stroke of the gas strut. We can also change these out. If you have a pretty heavy door, we can change the struts out as well with Dirtbox. But on the inside of this hatch, that brake that I was talking about allows strength in the shape of the door. So it's not just one large, wide, flat panel. This brake actually creates a ridge that also has a subframe that's built in and welded in and riveted in on the inside of the hatch. So this is where you can mount a molly panel, you can mount lights, you can mount whatever you want to it, but it allows you to be able to pull on one corner of the door independently of the other, and everything's holding its shape, even if there's a load on it. You can twist the door if you wanted to, but the deflection is very low in a big one-piece door. So let's say if you had something very heavy on that far end and I'm pulling down on this end, it's not going to affect anything at all. It's just there to support the weight. On either end of every hatch, there's an LED light. You can see a tiny little blue light that indicates that it actually has power right here. So you can just push it on, it comes on all the way bright, but then you can also dim it and you just push it off to turn it off. So they are dimmable lights. You've got one fore and aft on the hatch, and then you can see inside here there's one that's a full width across. That one's on right now. So that's an interior light. If it was dark out here, you can just reach up and touch that and turn that on. All of the latches on this are a compression latch. So when you turn it like this, it turns the arm down, and then when you push on it like that, you can see it pulls the door in. So you're compressing that gasket inward. And you can see right here, you watch this spot right here, as I push in on it, it draws that down and it pulls tight on that gasket. So with the door being as rigid as it is, you're getting a nice tight seal all the way around the hatch. Coming around the corner here, you can see how they break all of their corners. All of these angles create strength in this. So if you do have a roof load to it, there's zero movement within the structure of the canopy itself. Also behind here, since this is all boxed in, you've got all your wiring hidden for your marker lights. All of these are all standard features on these. When you buy one of these, this all comes standard. You don't have to opt for it. There are a lot of options that you can get for it, but these all come standard. The little marker lights here. There's a seal on the rear hatch here that does create a really nice tight seal all the way around. And one thing that Dirtbox Overland is actually working on that will be available for all of these, since the new Tacoma has this little lip on it right here, this will affect pretty much any canopy that you could put on these, a canopy camper or a canopy that has a hatch that opens. So in this case, if you were to try to open this, it's a pretty good seal. It wants to come and touch this. He's actually making something that's it's gonna delete this fin right here, and there's gonna be a cap that fits over this really nicely and seal it. So this can just open straight open. But all you'd have to do is just open this up and let it run up. To protect the backside of your latches on here, there's this boxed in tube that runs all the way down. You can access this if you needed to repair an arm or adjust something on here. You can literally just unbolt this piece and service anything on the inside of this. But that keeps gear from hitting this. If you had drawer systems or something inside here and gear was moving around, anything that hits this isn't going to affect your arms and your mechanism for your locking latch inside. So all of this, since it's all extruded, all of these seals, all of these blocks, everything is a replaceable component because everything is bolted into the extrusions itself. So if something were to break or somebody were to damage something, you can actually come in and replace just this one little piece. And it's the whole canopy and canopy camper is like that. Everything is a replaceable component. If you look around the other side here, you can see the power switch. There was a power wire that goes in here. This runs all the way up to the battery. So we've got it run inside the bed all the way forward to the front of the truck. But you can turn these switches on and off, and this is to power your lights. Throughout the camper, either side, you've got 12-volt plugs, USB plugs right here, and there's another 12-volt plug right here, down here. So if you want to plug in a fridge or something like that, you could. And this is just one little location. So we can add an S pod somewhere in here if you wanted more lights outside the truck or something like that. We can incorporate any of that stuff too. There's a ladder here, and this ladder helps close off so you have two hatches. This hatch here is like a bed extension. So you have a mattress right here, and then the main bed collapses down. So if you want to use this as a truck bed, this is all open, but your sleeping stuff is all up above you. So if you've got bags of mulch or stone or something in here using your truck as a truck bed, you've got all of this room still. There are a lot of options as far as cabinets and cupboards. There's a diesel heater mount that can go on one side. You can have a cupboard you can really set this up any way you want. All of those items are available through Dirtbox Overland. And kind of mentioning this ladder, there's a little latch right here on a spring that you can open, and you push this forward and drop this down to the floor, and that's how you would actually get up into bed. Because when the bed is down, it's over my head here. Instead of having something down here like a fridge, which you may have, you can just step right on this ladder and get up into bed. Or you can just lift it off altogether and take it out if you don't want to use it. But as you can see, there's a very large, this is a 5-foot bed Tacoma. There's a really large bed. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and turn the lights on so you can see. There's a shelf right here that has a power button on here that is for your lights up in your overhead. There's a dual USB, another 12-volt plug if you wanted to run another fridge. Little cubby box right here. This is the shelf that can come down. This window, obviously, it zips into place, but we just have it open for right now. But this mattress is an extension. You don't always have to use this as a mattress. You can kind of take that out if you wanted to. And this smaller hatch opens up and can stay open as well. So that's if you had, like, say, a heater or something down below and you wanted to blow a fan up in here, because this is all closed off, then you have a access hatch right there. Or if you had somebody sleeping down here and someone up here, then you can, you can pass stuff through. If you're just standing here and you wanted to cook, you could set up a stove or something right here. You could set your laptop up, something that, work in here as a little office. But otherwise, you can just have this up and out of the way. Stove's way up like that. The bed drops down, and it's pretty big. I mean, it's pretty large area up here. Plenty of room for 2 adults. There's your light that you can dim down and you can turn off. You've got a couple little gear bags up front, you know, up in the forward. And then this is a shoe bag that actually goes into a slot in one of the extrusions. So you can hang this outside. You know, you can kind of hang this right here if you wanted to. And it's a shoe bag that is actually designed to have ventilation in the bottom. So if your shoes were wet or something, you had wet rain gear or something, you could put whatever you want to in this and just hang it outside and it can drain. But this all comes standard with these canopy campers. And this mattress is pretty comfortable too. It's really nice and soft, you know. And then you can see that this is an aluminum tray that is very lightweight. And then it's all also on gas struts, so you could just push it up and you have a nice large shelf up here. So if you're just hanging out in here, I mean, you could just, if the weather's bad, we've hung out in these in the events and stuff. When the weather's bad, you got plenty of room to just do work or whatever you want. So it's not too bad for a canopy camper. You know, these things are becoming more and more popular because people are realizing that you can still use your truck as a truck, and you don't have to compromise. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. You know, the new canopy campers from Dirtbox. A detail that I like that I wanted to show is the fit and finish of a lot of this stuff. Like these latches that hold the lid down. This is all machined aluminum. You know, this is it's all adjustable, so you can get this whole thing lined up really nice. And all of these arms and pivot points, it's almost like a suspension rear linkage or something. It's so nice, all aluminum, and it's so adjustable. Like this little locking pin here, this little spring pin, drops down and that locks that into place. I mean, it's super slick. You just pull it out, turn it, and then you can open it. You know, so it's just stuff like that is just kind of setting them apart. You know, setting Dirtbox Overland apart. And this is a baseline unit from them. The canopies are the same way. They're exactly the same, obviously minus the tent. But when you start seeing more of these products that we're going to be showcasing here, like the other canopy campers, like the Genesis, you know, just the way the rain flies are made, you can zip this off. You can hang your clothes up from this. It all collapses down and just tucks away. There's so much thoughtfulness that goes into using these things. And these are truly 4-season tents. You can camp in these in sub-zero temperatures if you wanted to. This material right here isn't, the material itself is not insulated as far as like layered insulation, but there are insulation kits available for certain tents, certain models. The Genesis is a multi-layer quilted, really nice interior. That's another kind of canopy camper that we'll be showing. But for a baseline unit, these things are really impressive. I'm super stoked to have been using these already now for close to a year. But this is one that we wanted to show on one of the newest Tacomas out there. The way it fits on the bed, just the fit and finish of it all is really impressive. If you're interested in any of the Dirtbox products, Dirtbox Overland products, we have access to every bit of it, 100% of the accessories that they have and all of this is in stock right now in Denver. So when this guy came to the shop, we knew exactly what we needed. I was able to go to Denver and bring a few things back with me and brought this back as well. Anything you get for Dirtbox Overland, all products, if you use our coupon code in the description below, you can save 5% on everything through them. When you look at what the cost of these things are, if you're shopping around, use our coupon code, and that's only available through us, through our website, or if you call us on just over the phone, we can incorporate a 5% discount on everything Dirtbox. A lot of times that's more than covering what shipping would cost, or covers a list of accessories too, depending on what you have us build. So keep that in mind. Our coupon code in the description below and on our website for Dirtbox Overland products. You can find us at tavllc.com, Instagram at tavllc, and YouTube Tactical Application Vehicles. And just give us a call, at the shop if you've got any questions about any of the Dirtbox products. As of right now, These are in stock for most of the most popular trucks: 5-foot bed, 6-foot bed trucks, mid-size and full size. So definitely give us a shout while this stuff is available. His warehouse is full currently, and we are getting ahead of the tariffs and all of that stuff right now. So I wouldn't hang around on this too long if you can help it. So give us a call. We'll take care of you and get this thing set up. Hope you guys like this. If you got any more questions, just hit us up.